morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our talk show, Real Talk. I'm your host today, Luha Abdul Hamid. This will be our third and very final episode of Real Talk. We'll take a look into the mixed gender community. This episode is going to be very interesting as we listen to our guest stories and their perspective on the mixed gender community. We'll also get street interviews done with our host outside, Claude. This episode will be conducted, but before we go into this, let me share some information about this community with you. Everyone has a deep-rooted sense of their own gender. For most people, their gender identity is related to the gender that was assigned to them at birth. But for some people, this isn't true. This group is considered to be trans individuals or the mixed gender community. Trans people may have a different sexual orientation, including homosexuals, heterosexuals, bisexuals, and even asexuals. Many trans people wish to be referred to their preferred name in their legal documents and be recognized as the chosen identity that they want. Many will also go and change their physical appearance, including the way they dress, in order to affirm and express the way that they feel on the inside. Some individuals will go further to get gender-affirming surgeries or even go through hormone therapy. So, before we delve deeper into this, make sure you like and subscribe to all UCSI TV channels, and we will delve into a detailed video about this. But before we get into that, we will consider the importance of these individuals. So let's look into this video right now.
Transgender people are those who do not match the gender they were given at birth. They may be male to female or female to male, or they may not fit the traditional definition of the male and female genders. Transgender people represent only 0.6% of the total population and 8.8% of the LGBTQ community. Transgender people may achieve their gender identity in a variety of ways, including hormone therapy and surgery. These methods can help their bodies better reflect their gender identity. Transgender people are present in the US, the UK, and New Zealand, which have a relatively high percentage of transgender people because the LGBTQ community has a higher level of acceptance in these countries. However, in Malaysia, the environment for transgender people is not so friendly. The LGBTQ community is not legally protected in Malaysia. According to the country's affirmative action organization, Justice for Sisters, there are currently more than 60,000 transgender people in Malaysia, with Malays making up 60% of the total. According to an online survey on Malaysian perceptions of LGBTQ legality conducted between December 2015 and January 2016, 24% of Malaysian respondents strongly believe that being LGBT is a crime. All of these situations can lead to LGBTQ and gender-diverse people in Malaysia facing discrimination and punishment because of their sexual orientation or gender identity. There is still a need for more understanding and acceptance on this issue. Everyone has the right to be their authentic self, no matter their gender identity.
Now, according to the United Nations article on gender equality, trans people all over the world are at a heightened risk of violence, harassment, and discrimination. In recent years, many countries are determined to strengthen their human rights protection for lesbians, gays, bisexuals, and mixed gender individuals. They have passed a series of new laws, including laws that prohibit discrimination, prohibit punishment of lesbians and gays, and prohibit transphobic hate crimes. Laws that recognize same-sex relationship and make it easier for individuals of the mixed gender to obtain the official document that reflect their gender identity. With all of this in mind, we have to take into account what the mixed gender community go through, that they will suffer through the eyes and hands of those who do not understand their struggles and the things that they have to face. The mixed gender community is at risk of constant discrimination, at constant chances of being hurt. With all of this in mind, and as all of that we've learned, so let's look into the guest that we have today.
Hi, my name is Vicky. I'm turning 22 this year, and I'm a computer science student. As you can see from my appearance, I'm not the one who fit into the usual society box. But if you ask me, if I had a chance to choose, I wouldn't have choose this path, this difficult path to be unusual. This is not something voluntary because it's all in my head. Like this is just how am I. This is just what I am. I think I'm glad to have this chance to share my story with you all because I think there's more rooms of discussion needed for us to be visible to the society so that everyone can have a clearer vision of what the differences in society, what are the differences in people. We have a diversity of people, right? So we can have a more understanding towards other people. Yeah.
So after that video, do you feel the charm of our guests? Let's invite them in right now. So, hi. You want to introduce yourselves to the camera?
Where's the camera? Here?
Yeah,
Here?
that one right there.
Okay, hello. My name is Vicky. Yeah, that's my name.
That's it.
Yeah.
Glad.
Okay.
I'm Ziqing and I'm a friend of Vicky since
Yeah.
9 years old.
You guys known each other for a really long time then.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's jump into how you recognize that you identify with this gender identity of yours, right? So when would you say you had this realization about your identity?
I think since a very young age, like since my kindergarten or since primary school age, I realized something is wrong with me. Like I don't find boys attractive. Okay. Then I find the other or the opposite of boys are attractive. So that's when I discovered it. But the real key moments I discovered the identity of this term mixed gender is when we had a sex education talk back in primary school, and then the speaker mentioned about this term and LGBTQ community at the end of the talk. So that's when I searched up on the internet to find out, oh, actually I belong to this community. Yeah.
Since you've mentioned you've known each other since 9 years old, when he came to this realization, how did you feel about it when you found out?
I was very young that time, 9 years old. I didn't know what's happening. So when he told me, I identify as this, that, I found out this and that, to me it's just, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Noted with that.
Yeah, noted.
Okay.
You mentioned that it was through your sex education classes, right? That was your key
Yeah,
moments.
the talk. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say there was any other moments that made you realize, like additional to that this is your gender identity?
I think there's not a single like moment lah. There's like many moments in my life. Like I don't want to like when I'm attending weddings during my young age, my parents would force me to wear like a dress, and then I would, oh no, don't want to wear. And then when I'm going to like shopping mall, my mother will bring me to the girls section, and then I was like, I don't want like that. Yeah.
Don't want to be here.
Yeah, I don't want to be here. Yeah. But it's definitely a family drama. Like yeah, many stories. Yeah.
Going into about like family, how did you navigate coming out to your family, your friends, and the people closest to you?
I think when I discovered my identity, I started to coming out to my friends first, like my close friends, because for family, I guess I'm still like reluctant to tell them because I scared I will lose my loved ones. Like I scared they will judge me and or will started to like lose their love for me as a young child because I was like very vulnerable as a young man. Okay.
Yeah.
So I started to tell my friends and my friends was like, yeah, okay, noted. Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah, but I guess recent years, like this community has been like more visible to the public, and many like people start to accept it and respect them, and yeah. So I guess for I think family wise, it's the younger generations that I would like tell them about more. There will be more understanding about that. But for older generations, like just I just like short hair and all. Yeah, I'm a tomboy and yeah. So they're just like, oh, okay, you do yourself. Yeah.
Would you say you took it as noted? Understand. But when he was coming out to others, to his friends and family, did you have to play a role in like comforting him when things went south awry?
Gratefully speaking, he has always been a very stable person.
Thank
Very
you.
what the hell? And whatever obstacles he faced, criticisms he faced, he actually take it very well. He won't transfer the anger or the disappointment to anyone else, and he actually he manages his emotions well. So I've been there comforting and being a supporting friend, but overall I think he
Okay.
supports himself very, very, very
That's-
nicely.
Thank you.
That's very swell of you. You're able to like regulate really well.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
before we continue with our discussion further, we have a little bit of a commercial break, and we'll jump right back into our discussion, but we'll go
Alright.
into a bit more of the legality parts about how the mixed gender community is viewed in Malaysia as a whole. So hopefully it wasn't that difficult for you with the legalities in Malaysia. So we'll jump to the commercial now.
We want to reach to all the students out there who wanted to talk with us, come and see us personally.
And we are offering music teacher's position.
We are looking for interns, very passionate students, students who are able to work in a very dynamic environment.
Explore a bit, check it out, and maybe have a clearer view of our future.
And this career fair is extremely beneficial for all of the students because it provides more opportunities for us to find out more companies and work placements. So I hope that this continues and opens more doors for us.
Now, coming back to the discussion, would you say that there are any legal barriers that you encounter as a mixed gender individual here?
Okay, so for me personally, I think I don't face like any obvious legal restrictions. Okay, so like I think the biggest legal barrier for Malaysians mixed gender community is the change of their gender on the identity card. So that's almost impossible to do. But for me personally, I think other than that part, I think all the hormones I'm getting, those are okay. Like it's quite smooth. Yeah.
So, going to the hormone part, would you say that like the healthcare system is has the system needed to address the needs of trans individuals, of mixed gender individuals?
I think for public healthcare, it's definitely needs some improvement on that. But for actually, we do have like community clinics and NGOs. All the movements going out there are actually fighting for our rights. So actually, if you want, I mean, like this is not the path that I chosen myself. Like it's just comes in my head like all this. It's just a natural thing, I would say. So, if you want to seek for a way to do the transition, you definitely find a path. Nowadays, it's easier, I would say. But back in those days, when there's no like access to this healthcare, all you can do is just you need to get a psychiatrist proof, and you need to go to the doctor, you need to find a right doctors. So that's where the community help each other. Yeah.
I see. As a member as you're not a part of the mixed gender community, do you recognize or realize any struggles that people in the community might face?
I think it's the communication with the Malaysians, the other Malaysians in general, as Malaysia is a Islamic country and the Islamic teachings don't really side with the community they are in. So yeah, basically it's like what you say, legal reasons, and also what I'd say is healthcare. Yeah, from time to time, and also social problems. So both groups, the more devoted, the more religious group, and the trans LGBTQ community is not really that in sync together. So yeah, I think generally it's something like this is more of a challenge to them.
Now, looking at other countries, foreign countries, they've started implementing the use of gender-neutral bathrooms. Do you think Malaysia would benefit from having gender-neutral bathrooms, and would you, as a member of the mixed gender community, benefit from these bathrooms as well?
That's a tough question, cause I don't know actually, cause you bathroom is definitely a big problem to me, like. But before like I started my testosterone injection, I definitely goes to like the girls' bathroom.
Yeah.
But after that, like so I'm currently like 4 months on testosterone. So it's kind of like people view me as confusion. Like you don't know. I also don't know whether I should go to. Okay, so you don't judge me next time if I appear in the bathroom. Okay. I mean the restroom, okay. But for gender neutral toilet, I would say we do have a gender neutral toilet.
We do.
Okay, you. Sorry,
Well,
sorry.
That's
sorry.
not for
Okay,
us.
sorry. Please don't cancel me. Okay.
That wouldn't be
yeah,
for
sorry,
the
sorry.
average person. You have to be disabled to be using
Okay,
those.
sorry. Please don't cancel me. I don't use that. Okay.
Are you sure? Sounds like you
Yeah.
are.
No, I don't use that. Yeah. Okay, let's discussion.
How about you? Do you believe that having gender-neutral bathrooms will help in this?
My campus personally has a gender-neutral toilet, and find it a bit disturbing because they changed my female toilet to the gender-neutral toilet instead of the male bathroom. Because it's gender-neutral, so anyone can use it. Honestly, I think the cleanliness is a bit concerning. So from then onwards, I think I stopped using that toilet.
Just entirely?
Yeah, entirely. It's getting a bit too dirty in general because anyone can use it.
Yeah.
Well, your views and your opinions on this matter really help identify and shape the way people will perceive the mixed gender community. With that, we need to better highlight the issues that mixed gender community faces as well. So for this, we will be going into the case of Brian Wee and Bai-En's case. This is an individual who chose to go to Thailand to go get gender-affirming surgery, but chose to back out in the last minute due to financial reasonings, or at least that's what she claims, right? So with that, we will also be going into how she chooses to present herself, right? Do you have any opinions on this? Are you aware of this case?
Yeah, I'm aware. So opinion wise, I think I'm so scared of being cancelled right now. Okay, so but I think objectively speaking, what she did was actually doing harm to the community.
Oh.
Yeah, because Malaysians, it's not quite have a clear vision of this community. Like it's quite hidden amongst the normal Malaysians. And when she chose to back out, it's just maybe people would think, hey, why you so easily do this, choose this or what? But subjectively speaking, I think that she has the right to choose what she wants. But
So we'll cut to a little video covering this. So we'll be right back to with this.
Brian V, a Malaysian internet personality who goes by the name Bai En, had recently announced his intention to undergo gender reassignment surgery in Thailand. However, he ultimately decided to postpone the surgery indefinitely, sparking a heated discussion among the netizen. He later revealed the reasons for his last-minute change of heart in a video.
Hello， 大家好，我是白恩，不是 Brian V。现在我叫白恩，以后我决定用一个全新的身份让大家重新认识我，不是白冲哦，白恩。So Brian V 这个角色从此消失。
Known for his cross-dressing persona, Brian V announced his name change to Bai En on 14th of March and disclosed his plan for gender reassignment surgery. He posted a video on Facebook on 25th, showing his preparation travel to Thailand. On the 28th of March, he shared the photos of himself in a private plastic surgery hospital with the caption that read, "The road ahead may be tough, but you have to persevere. You can't regret it. After all, the decision is something that you thought about for a long, long time before finally deciding." He also teased that everything is in progress. However, after disappearing for nearly 2 days, and on the 30th of March, he announced in a short video that he had returned to Malaysia with his bananas. He then posted a video stating that after much thought, I have returned to Malaysia. I have finally decided to continue being a beautiful woman with a male genitalia. I am still Bai En, not Brian V. The post prompted many netizens to condemn his action, with comments such as, "Deceiving fans for attention, I wonder who will watch your videos for the future." So, we are the fools. Or, I used to admire your courage and determination. Now, I really look down on you. It turns out that you're merely a publicity stunt. In response to the criticism, he later recorded a video defending himself, saying that it wasn't an April Fool's joke, as the high cost of the surgery led him to reconsider the necessity.
Before we get into Bayan's case, right? Do you think that the public would have a certain opinion about Bayan? As someone who's not a part of the mixed gender community, what do you think?
I think because I started knowing him when he was a him, Brian, when he was making those funny videos on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and then suddenly, because I don't really follow Malaysians influencer in general, so halfway I realized, oh, why is he dressing like cross-dressing and walking all around Kuala Lumpur? And then next thing I know, then only he's really revealing that he decided to cross-gender. So yeah, actually that's the general overview of him as an outsider.
As an outsider, because we have a host outside named Claude. He will go around asking the public their general opinion on the mixed gender community throughout students at UCSI. So he won't necessarily ask about Bayan, but he will go out there and ask students how they perceive the mixed gender community. Do you think that these students would have a positive or negative light on the mixed gender community from your perspective?
Okay, so
Keeping it real short. Just like keeping it real summarized, what do you think?
yes, they will have a bad impression because of like the influencers, you know, like the sorry, the buy thing, yeah. You get it.
So we'll cut to Claude outside of UCSI asking different students what they think of the mixed gender community, whether they have positive or negative ideologies behind the mixed gender community. So we'll cut to that real soon and see you soon.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Hakim.
Hey, you guys got time? You guys are okay for interviews?
Sure.
Okay. I'm going to interview some questions right now as we speak. So, do you have any friends that identifies themselves as other genders?
I guess more of an acquaintance. I don't know her really well, but I just know someone. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I have.
In your opinion, should cross-gender people use bathroom according to their gender identification?
No, I think they should go towards their assigned birth from the birth gender rather than the pronouns or anything that they want other people to like tell them.
I think it really depends on your. I guess as an individual, it depends on your intentions as well. I mean, like for certain people, they really do go through like sexual gender dysmorphia, and they actually feel like they are the other gender. But I think like other people could also argue like instances of like other people using it as a means to maybe like sexually assault and whatnot. So like there's both sides to it, I think. Yeah, not so black and white.
Even though if they did their surgery, would that be okay for them to go to the bathrooms?
I think if they did surgery, I think they can go to their respective surgery that they did.
But will you be comfortable about it though?
That if they did surgery, honestly, like, you know what, props to them. They can go to that bathroom. I agree.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their intentions. I mean, I think if they really do identify as a female, considering if they've transitioned from male to female, I think it should be okay. But I think a more, I guess a more practical solution. Yeah.
That'll be the end of my interview. This is Claus signing off. Okay.
Now, diving back into Bayan's case, as someone from the community, do you agree with Bayan's behavior?
Do I agree? I don't think I have the right to say I agree with that or not, but I think it definitely does do harm the community. This is the first point, and I think as an influencer, she's trying to use like these resources like to I think this actually will do a bad impressions on our community. And but still it's still up to her lah, I think. Yeah.
Since you aren't a part of the community, do you have any perceptions on Bayan's behavior? Do you think this is more harmful, as since you don't necessarily relate to her experiences, as someone from the outside, do you think this is the right way to go about it?
No, actually, because Bayan is a influencer from the start. I don't really know. Influencers typically post anything and talk about anything on their social media. They don't really think about the consequences or whatever comes behind. And Bayan being very publicly and very outspoken about her future plans and what she planning to do in Thailand. She gave a lot of details, and suddenly backed out is actually quite it's actually quite disappointing. It's like, to me, it's just she's trying to get attention and to get the clout from that, because how to say, she said it's financial restrictions. First off, she's an influencer. How poor can she be? And the second part is that I believe she should already have done most research before she paid the flight ticket all the way to Thailand. It's not like a driving trip to Malacca, it's Thailand. And you already have to pay the flight ticket, the hotel fees. So I think before that, even us, we can do our online research, and I think definitely if she wanted to do better research, she can. And since I think she already did, I think basically it's low-key a scam.
So you think it's more of like an attention grabbing thing than anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Scam.
So you are still very much on board with the idea that she should have every right to go there and change her mind. But with the social media following that she has, do you think she should have been more careful at the very least?
Yeah, I think she as an influencer should have like did more proper research before she decide to like back off or what. Because we do have cases that but it's very uncommon that trans people they after they do the transition, after they done the transition, then they somehow regret it. But I think for that uncommon cases, they are actually not. They are actually quite confused about themselves. Like they have this. They need the gender affirming care more to properly view themselves or identify themselves. But for Bai En's case, I think she should have like more like responsibilities beforehand lah. Like she should done the research and make the decision. But I still stand on my point that she has the right to back off. But it's just that you don't make it as like
such a spectacle.
Such
Yeah.
such a big topic, and then everyone to do all the crying, the drama, and all that. Yeah, you know, like just people would think, oh, this looks very cheating, like money. You know, you just want the attention and all that. Yeah.
How do you feel about Bayan's case going so viral online?
I think it's because there's not much like exposure of this community for Malaysians. So for Malaysians, they would tend to look at these influencers and all these different people. It's usually, I don't know, don't cancel me. Okay, I'm going to say it's usually the trans women who are trying, you know, more presentative. Like trans men are usually low key. I'm trying to like stereotype them. Yeah. But it's the phenomenon. So
thank you so much for sharing your opinions and your thoughts about Bayan. As like Bayan's case causes a big stir in like online scenes, cases like this will heavily influence how the Malaysian community and other communities will view cases of this manner. So we'll be taking a short break before we get into the next session, which would be a summary and a discussion about a movie called Boys Don't Cry, which is a story on a trans individual person. So with that, we will be cutting to the playback on what the story is about. But with that, we have to highlight the importance and the relevance of internet celebrities when it comes to sharing their transition stories online. The story of Boys Don't Cry is a young man named Brandon Tina who navigates love, life, and being transgender in rural Nebraska. Based on actual events, Brendan Tina is a popular new guy in a tiny town of Nebraska. He hangs out with guys, drinking, cussing, and bumper surfing, and he charms the young women of this town, who never met a more sensitive and considerate young man. Life is good for Brendan. Now that he's one of the guys and dating the hometown beauty Lana, however, he's forgotten to mention one very important detail. That it's not that he's wanted in another town for GTA and other arson crimes, but that Brendan Tina was actually born a woman, and he is named Tina Brendan. When his best friends make this discovery, Brendan's life is ripped apart. So, we'll be getting into the discussion of this movie. Have you guys ever heard of it?
No.
But
I'll be honest.
it's
Yeah.
all right. But like, this is considered a good, a known trans film that people can like look into to understand the trans experience. And I'm pretty sure like we will play a little trailer later on for you to get a better grasp on the film as well. So this film will usually be used to indicate the stories of the trans experience for those who aren't that in tune with the journey. Not everyone would have the ability or the chance to meet someone like you.
Yeah.
So with films like this, it would help others to identify, realize, and even sympathize with others, causing a better like relationship to be formed with those who live very different lives than they themselves, right? So with this, we have to like come back to the fact of that these films will generally help out others identify and understand experiences such as yourself. So we'll cut to the trailer right now and we will be back.
What were you like before all this?
Wow. So you're a boy. Now what?
You want the truth, don't you? I want to know. Like a long time ago.
Got your mother in a whirl, 'cause she's not sure if you're a boy or a girl.
Why don't you leave the lady alone? I don't want any trouble here.
You gotta be kidding me. You can't just keep running forever.
Nothing can go wrong if we're together.
What do you see in him?
You wouldn't even believe it.
Something's totally weird.
What's going on?
I'm just looking out for you.
We can just beam ourselves out there.
He's got her brainwashed.
Had a dream about you last night.
Are you or are you not?
So what are you gonna tell him? I'm gonna tell him what we know is true.
So after hearing about the story of Boys Don't Cry and watching the ad, what was your initial impressions of the main character based on the summary and the trailer?
I think he's just like a playboy but trans man version. So it shouldn't be called Boys Don't Cry, it should be called Girls Don't Cry for Playboy Trans Man. Yeah.
What a long title! Do you agree with this? Do you agree with that title per se?
I never saw that movie, nor I heard of it before, but it's an interesting that you should direct one yourself in the future.
Maybe with that title?
Maybe with your help.
With
UCSI.
my help, UCSI.
Okay.
What would you say there were any key moments in the film that might have stood out to you just by hearing the trailer?
Okay, first, like, I heard the summary, like, what's the main character called again?
Brendan Tina.
So Brandon was not like actually coming out to the people he met when, so he's not telling them the truth about himself. I guess, I think that's what I not agree of. I think you should actually tell someone you know that what your true identity is and what you really are, and for someone you know for a like long time, 2 days or some, maybe you can choose not to tell them at the very first like conversation. You can choose to come out like slowly, like you just go with the flow, but you don't just hide all that. Like it's kind of non-ethical. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
I'll say that lah. Yeah. You should let them know.
Yeah. As someone who's not in the community, what do you think that the filmmakers were trying to convey throughout this film?
I think the film was released pretty early. I think even before we were born. perhaps they were trying a new approach to this unknown minority community. So I think it's quite a interesting approach, since I think it's one of the first, very early first few films about the LGBTQ community. Yeah.
Do you have any opinions on what you think the filmmakers were trying to say?
I think the script is actually quite brilliant because it actually shows how a quite normal life of a real trans people will go through, like the mixed gender people will go through, instead of like showing how miserable the life is. Like, oh, this just since young this person has been bullying until he suicide or something. It's just showing the like not too beautiful life, or like it's just like normal life, I would say. So it's kind of a quite a good film to show the community like how it's actually what is the reality of the life of a trans people, like a mixed gender people. Sorry, yeah.
So, do you think that this film had any impact on like public discourse about the mixed gender community, the way people would perceive the mixed gender community? You can go for both of you, yeah.
I think, I don't know, maybe if you get like let them to have a clearer vision on what is a transgender, like maybe they'll do a basic introduce to them, like they can know, oh, there's actually this group of people that are different from us. Yeah, I think that's a good approach. Yeah.
Do you agree with this, or do you think there was more added because of a film that came out talking about the mixed gender community?
I think it came from their perspective. So maybe since the film came out pretty early, when the public audience was watching this film, perhaps they garnered a better understanding of whatever the minority felt like, and then honestly I think it may help a bit with them accepting, like, let's say, what if one day my friends, my family started coming up to me. So yeah.
All right. With that, we are going to shift our focus on the current times. We're going to be talking about Elliot Page, who has recently transitioned, and with this, we're going to look into his transition.
It's, getting out of the shower and the towels around your waist, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, and you're just like, there I am.
Elliot Page had a whirlwind Hollywood ride from his breakout role in Juno, becoming an X-Men, to working alongside Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception. When asked if he feels he was born in a trans body by Vanity Fair, Page shared some of his feelings on his upbringing. When I was a little kid, absolutely 100% I was a boy. I knew I was a boy when I was a toddler, he said. I was writing fake love letters and signing them Jason. Every little aspect of my life, that is who I was, who I am, and who I knew myself to be.
So I'm pretty sure that most of us have recently heard about Elliot Page. I assume you guys are aware of Elliot Page?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what are your thoughts and feelings on his recent transition and like how public it was?
I think it's very brave of him to choose like come out and start his transition, because he's a public figure and it's really not easy to, because he's an actor also, it's not easy for him to like announce publicly that I'm a trans and I'm going to go through this transition. Just imagine how flooded it would be for the hate comments and the questions that are flooded onto him.
Yeah.
So it's really, I think it's not easy for him, but it's very brave. Yeah.
Would you say that Elliot Page's transition, as someone who is viewing this from the outside, affected the way you view actors who transition on the big screen? This is for you.
Not really to me. Okay, good for him.
Yeah.
Is it once again noted?
Yeah,
noted.
It kind of became a norm for the Western public or influencer or public figure to honestly transition or identify themselves as something that's not they are born with. So yeah, it's getting normal and getting noted.
Noted.
Yeah.
Would either of you say that Elliot Page's transition challenged some stereotypes about the way the West and even the people in Asia view mixed-gendered individuals?
I think it will mostly be Asian, like challenge on the Asian but not the Western, because Western countries, they are actually quite accepting all this, and even there are some controversial things going on, like whether it should be too political correct or not, like all this stuff, you know, like the arguments about this. But I think Elliot Page is quite a normal one, I would say. Like he's just like transition to a man, that's
Yeah.
it. So I think it's just an okay thing for Western. For Asian, it's also quite an okay thing because he's moving from a stereotypical girl to a stereotypical guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's you know the idea. Yeah.
Some people online has tried to paint this image that Elliot Page's transition is taking away from his previous womanhood. How strongly do you either agree or disagree? This goes for both of you.
What do they mean by previous?
As in, like, they're taking away from the shared experience of womanhood, which is a very chronically online notion to have, but it is something that people are stating, that Elliot Page is ruining the image of being a woman.
Why?
Why is that a statement? I really don't get why people would say that. It's like, it's I don't know. I don't agree with this statement at all, because it's just his body and he chooses what to do and what he is comfortable with his body, I guess. It's his rights. It's not like he has the responsibility to represent the whole woman community. It's not that big, I think. Yeah.
And like mentioning this, the way that social media and everyone interacts with information like this, how can individuals and media outlets ensure that discussions about Elliot and other trans celebrities is done in a respectful manner, in your opinion, in both of your opinions?
I think what they can do best is just to revert whatever they know, and let's say from interviews, try not to paint anything extra at their own, because people can be biased sometimes. Everyone comes from their own opinion. So when it comes to articles or news about someone else, I think it's best to just convey whatever they tell you or they tell to the camera. So yeah, try not to add your own personal feelings, because you'll never know how much your personal feelings may take a misunderstanding towards the other person.
I think everyone should learn to put themselves into the position. If I think it's not like really easy when you are in that position. You never know what you are feeling, what you are going through, but in reality it's like not the same as internet. So in reality, when you face like the community, you face the real people, I think people will have the respect for them. Like when you talk to them in person, it's really different from the internet. Internet you can say whatever, but you in the real life you just talk normally, live normally as a normal conversation or what. It's really different.
Yeah. So Elliot's transition also took place over the use through his acting in Umbrella Academy, so that also played a part. But with that, I would also like to say that thank you for sharing your opinions on this matter, and we will be now moving on to a game session where we'll be covering the differences between transgender individuals and cross-gender individuals.
I specialise in health, education and sports science, and my research seeks to bring positive change through physical activity. I'm currently involved in a project that introduces martial arts like Silat to marginalised communities. On top of healthy lifestyles, we want to promote mental health. Children can develop self-esteem, teamwork and empowerment through learning martial arts. I contributed to Nike's Design to Move campaign, where we got children under 10 to adopt healthy lifestyles. Updating UNESCO's Charter of Physical Education, Physical Activity and Sport is another highlight. I push for greater recognition of women and people with disabilities in sport. Ultimately, my research is a small push in the right direction for a better life for everyone.
Welcome back, and we will be having our game session, which is Guess Who Is. So we'll be covering these individuals and giving our guests a chance to figure out if they're either cross-dressers or cross-genders, which means either are they drag queens and kings or are they trans individuals. Are you guys ready? How do you feel?
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
All right. So let's take a look at our first individual. So this is Nikki Dole. What do you guys think? Who wants to go first?
Okay, Sixth Sense, cross. This one.
Right, you're right. This
Okay.
is a drag queen. Let's move on to the next person. This is Mandy Morphis. You want to give it a shot? And like, give an explanation. Why do you think where they belong?
I think it's pretty obvious since she dressed up like this. So yeah.
It's the ears, you know, same.
Well, what part of the ears?
I think she matched.
Yeah,
think,
you know,
The ears?
the similar things. Yeah, you know.
Okay, fair. Let's move on. What do you think about this individual before you look at the name? This is Terry Perry. What do you think? Who wants to go?
I think this should be more of a cross-gender. I don't know. You know, like you can see that.
So you're
okay,
saying
I don't
more
make
dramatic?
You're gonna get
maybe.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to get cancer, but by the most of it, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the more dramatic they are is the way you identify, huh? Is that what you're saying?
This is just a method I use, but yeah, it's not representing all of them. Like cross-dresser can be like in a very proper dress. Okay, sorry.
Are you getting nervous? Okay, let's look at this individual. This is Zion Moreno.
Wait, this one?
Yep.
Is he
Yes, you're right about that. I think.
cross-gender? Okay.
I'm not sure. Well, let's move on. What do you think of this individual? Yeah, Zion Marino. You don't want to try?
She's quite pretty, so I think cross-gender maybe the vibe is actually different already. You
so
can
your
tell.
reasoning is that she's pretty. So what are you saying about them?
Oh, they are gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What about? I assume you know who Hunter Sheffield is, right?
Okay.
You wanna
try?
You wanna try?
I don't know who he or she is. But
Okay.
yeah, I think you.
They, them.
They,
yeah.
they, them.
Yeah, they, them. Okay, so they are cross-gender.
You're right.
No,
That's
no. We don't know. We don't assume. Yeah.
You can't assume out here. Why
I don't
are you
assume,
assuming?
yeah.
This is Brian Michael Smith. What do you think? You want to give it a shot?
Beard, so beard and beard, so cross.
Anyways, he looks like a guy. So good job.
Good job.
Good job. Yeah, good job.
You are right. That is.
So
a
am I good job or not?
Is it because he doesn't
Sorry,
have a
sorry.
beard? Is that
Okay.
why he's not a good job?
Okay, the beard is something I'm missing. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take
Just
note.
get like a costume store one, just smack it on.
No, okay, yeah.
All right, let's
I can
move
try.
on. Okay, let's look at this person. This is Elliot Fletcher. What do you think? You want to give it a shot? Yeah.
Okay, let's do.
Beard.
Okay,
Got beard.
Got beard. Some, yeah.
Okay, so they need to have a beard. Where's your beard, man?
Getting soon. Yeah.
Getting soon.
Asian problem.
Asian problem. Okay. This is Kim Petras. What do you think? You want to give it a shot?
I think cross-gender maybe. Is it?
Okay, now you're cheating. That's straight up cheating.
Well, yeah. I look at it after I guess. You know,
Okay.
it's not cheating. Yeah. Okay. Chance.
What's her reason?
Correct.
Correct. Yeah, it is correct. What is
It's
the reason?
a beautiful girl. It's a stereotypical girl. Yeah, that's my reason.
Stereotypical girl is the answer then.
Yeah, yes,
So you're gonna
yes.
stick to that. That
Yes.
if they're trans women,
Yes.
they have to be stereotypically a woman.
No. Yes. Okay. I don't know. it's just what, yeah, they choose what they want to be.
They choose what they want
Yeah.
to be. This is Murray Hill. What do you think? Who wants to go?
This is a bit hard, but maybe cross-dresser? No. No.
That's a mixed-gendered individual.
Sorry.
Is it
sorry.
because they don't have
Sorry,
the
sir.
beard?
Sorry, sir.
Is it because they
Okay.
don't have the beard?
Sorry, sir.
I think you need to expand your identifying factors.
Okay.
Yeah. Stop
Okay.
looking for the beards.
I shouldn't have like stereotype people. Okay.
Yeah, you're part of this community.
Okay.
You shouldn't be stereotyping.
I'm a bad person. Okay, sorry.
Okay, this is Dominic Jackson. What do you think? You want to give it a shot?
I think I recall seeing her dressing up as a drag, so in her anyway. Yeah.
You want to give more for reasoning?
No.
No.
Not much.
Do you want to give a reasoning?
Not much. I think
No.
just
Sixth sense.
sixth sense. Yeah, sixth sense.
I think both of your sixth senses are wrong.
Oh, sorry.
This is a trans individual.
This is very sensitive.
Okay, is this
This game?
It's
This
okay, sixth
this
sense,
game
okay.
is very dangerous. My gosh.
Are
we
we
are
gonna go back
basically
to how
we
you
are
said-
basically assuming them.
Yeah. Are we gonna go back to what you said that you
No.
identified them because they're pretty?
I take back what I said. Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's look at this person. This is Gigi Gorgeous. What do you think?
I think this one is cross-dresser. Maybe.
Why?
I don't know. I just
Sixth
give
sense,
up.
sixth
I
sense.
give up reasoning. Yeah.
No, come on, try it.
Sixth sense.
Sixth sense, cause fluffy. Yeah.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry again.
Okay. Well, I assume we all know Elliot Page. We
So
just talked about him.
cross-dresser only have ears, so.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
so it's still the ears thing.
Okay.
Yeah. You want
It
to
still
try Elliot
stands.
Page?
Oh, this is hard. I don't know who other I should put it.
So difficult.
Well, so difficult. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's still some people on the board, but we have to wrap up our game session as we're coming close on time. But
Sure.
because you came on and talked about your experiences and played our games, we would like to give you a little gift of appreciation.
Okay.
Wow.
So, I
Thank
would
you.
graciously like to give this to you. And do you
Thank
have?
you.
Wow. Do you have
Please
anything?
please don't cancel me.
That's all you have to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah. My name is Vicky, and when you see me going to the restroom, please don't judge me and bye bye. Please don't
Do you
cancel
have
me.
anything to say as well? Because this is an appreciation gift for both of you for coming on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to hold the plant?
Thank you, UCSI.
Thank
the
you,
campus
UCSI.
looks nice.
The campus
Yeah.
looks nice.
Thank you for this chance, like to share, allowing us to share more about our views on this, and hope you guys have a more understanding on this community. Yeah. Good job, UCSI.
Good job, UCSI.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. And I hope you had a good time talking about your experience and telling everyone your journey as well, alongside your opinions and thoughts about the different individuals that we talked about. With
Okay.
that, we would graciously like to let you leave the studio if you wish.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, we would like to highlight the differences of opinions that people may have on the mixed gendered community, as well as the other opinions and ideas that others will have. So, thank you so much. Bye.